Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa and I live in Michigan with my husband and my 2 girls. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. And this is episode 143. I got my Scrappy Sunday mug. I heard that I got this from Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady back when she had her Etsy shop. I think she's coming out with another Scrappy Sunday mug. I'm tempted. Still have pumpkin spice creamer. She has one that says Crazy Sock Lady. I know she is the Crazy Sock Lady, but I feel like we're on the same page, so I might get that one. I don't know. We'll see. Today is Sunday, March 6th, 2022, and I have, it is 9:59 a.m. Last week was a bad episode. I'm surprised that you guys watched it. I kept hitting my microphone so many times. I was cringing when I was rewatching it. I didn't say the date. I don't know. We'll see if I have my act together this week. If you did watch, thank you. That's the one thing I don't like about wearing this microphone. If I ever hit myself, I can't hear it, but when I rewatch it, it's like, oh, that's loud. Oh, that's loud. So I apologize for that. I will try my best not to put stuff in this area. Today I have, actually first, if this is my YouTube channel where I share my knitting, sometimes crochet, sometimes cross stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. If you are new, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I will have all the show notes right down there. I'll have links to where you can find me. I'm most active on Instagram. I'll have links to all the patterns, all the bags, all the yarn, all the links will be right down there. All right, I think I should have set on my spiel. We can get moving now. Okay, let me get a sip of coffee first. I have 1 finished object and 3 whips. I had cast on itis yesterday, so I started a new project. It's okay. 3 whips is not bad. Especially one of them is like 75% done, so it's not bad at all. Since it is March now, I will go over my stash down meters stats. I'm doing the hashtag stash down 2022. I guess we'll just jump right in with that before we show the knitting. So each month I am writing down meters for items. We'll just hold this down here so you can't see February's. So I just write down the sock, and sometimes I'll write the colorway. So obviously I just wrote Felici, West Yorkshire Spinners, just to give me a rough idea. And then I wrote down the meters, and that's how I'm keeping track. This is a year-long knit-along, hosted by Bernadette Makes on Instagram. If you go over to her Instagram, I don't know if you can still join now, if you can join whenever you want, because the year's already started. I don't know. I guess you could, maybe you could. Go over to her Instagram, and on her link tree, go to her blog, and there is a blog post somewhere in her blog, probably in December, that goes by all the rules and all that jazz. Okay, February was a ginormous month for me. I finished 2 blankets, my Maro scarf, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of socks. Now, one of them were shorties, and one of them was DK. So, drum roll. I'm not going to do that because it'd be noisy. All right, my total meters for February. Are you ready? Are you sitting down? I don't want you to fall. You sitting down? Okay. 15,246. That's right, guys. 15,000 meters. What? My goal is 50. Did I add up how much I have so far? Yes, I did. So right now I'm sitting at 17,194. My goal is 50,000. I don't know if I'm going to reach it because now I've finished all of my large projects. So now it's probably going to be socks the rest of the year. Because you're not supposed to count yarn you're supposed to count yarn that's in your stash. So if you buy any yarn before January 1st, that counts. Anything after January 1st does not count. So I have my sweater that I can count, and then I have one shawl I can count because that's yarn that was in my stash already. So yeah, those are the last two big projects, and the rest is just socks. So I don't know if I'm going to make it, but I'm going to still try. I don't know, maybe a scrappy shawl pattern will come into my life and I can count that. So yes, 15,000. I had a little problem with math for fingering weight held double. But I figured it out. We are on track now. It would have been way more the way that I was doing it, but it was not correct. I talked to some people. I talked to my husband. They all said the same thing, so that is what I'm doing from now on. Let's see, my Cozy Memories blanket was 6,006 meters. Well, I'm just going to go by the big projects here. My marled blanket that I showed last week, that was 4,754 meters. And my marl scarf that I also showed last week was 3,477 meters. So those were like big projects. It felt so good to like get those big projects off my shoulders, off my needles. I was like, I can breathe. Because some of those projects, the Cozy Memories was going on 4 years. The marl blanket was like a year and a little bit. And the marl scarf was like a 2-month project. I also messed up. I don't know if you caught it. I said July instead of January. I was a hot mess last week. So that is my stash down stats. I'm going to keep chugging along. I don't know if I'll get to 50,000. We will see. All right. Are you ready for finished objects? I almost showed whips because I thought I was done. Finished object. The one and only. Oh, look at these. Oh. I got them to match like perfectly. I don't know how I did that. Magic, I guess. I was unsure about where to put my heel or what colors to use, but I think it was perfect. I did a good job. So these are for my mom for Christmas. This is her last pair. I made her 4 pairs. I will also make her some Christmas socks later in the year and just give them to her so she can wear them for Christmas. And not, here's some Christmas socks for Christmas and you can't wear them till next year. This is West Yorkshire Spinners in the Winter Icicle colorway. I just loved how that striped up. It was so fun to knit. They were so fast. I did 64 stitches, afterthought heel. What else? 12 rows of 2x2 rib. I knit my cuff down magic loop on US 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter. That's how I do all my socks. All of them. But yeah, look at these. They're beautiful. My mom will love these because she loves blue. That's the reason why I bought them. I thought they were going to stripe different, but I was happy to see this is how it was. I can't talk. I was surprised how it striped, and I was okay with it, is what I'm trying to say. All right, that is my only finished object this week, but that's okay. Last week was a big one. Okay, ready for whips. Whips. This is, yep, these next ones are going to be new whips that I haven't showed you yet. This is in my bag that Amie from Happy Little Yarn made me. My happy rainbow bag. So this is my Desert Vista Dyeworks socks for March. I don't know what month it is. I showed this last week. National Emo Day. We'll talk about next month's Desert Vista Dyeworks if I remember. Which I probably will. Hopefully. All right, are you ready? Look at this. Look at it. Oh my word. Oh, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So, I did these 10 rows shorter than I normally do because I'm being a little greedy. My daughter, I said I was going to make these for my daughter, Chloe, if she liked them. So I knit a little bit, and she's like, yes, Mom, I love those. So I decided to do 10 rows less so that I can have extras to see if I can make shorty socks for me. Obviously, I'll need a contrasting, I would like to do contrasting toes and heels and just do the striped cuff, but we will see how much I have left. So this one's done. I just need a heel. All of these markers are counting my rows. 10 rows per marker. I'm going to put my heel right here. I'm unsure. I don't want to cut too much off, but I might have to cut off. I wanted to start with this like rainbow stripe. So I might have to cut off. Where am I at? I'm like here. Probably have to cut 2 stripes out. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Maybe I'll do the second sock and see where that one lands, and maybe I can switch the balls. Switch the balls. And here is my second sock. So what I'm doing with the markers, I just like doing this because it's motivating for me. So I put all the markers on one sock, and then when I'm done, I start the second one. And then I take the markers from this one, and I put it on this one, and I just keep going until there's no more markers, and then I'm done. So I do that for motivation. Also to make sure they're the same size. So I have 30 rows, so I'm about half the leg. I did 60 rows instead of, I have been doing 70 lately. So I don't know if my gauge is off or I just, because I used to do like 75 and now I'm like 70's enough. So for this pair I'm doing 60. 12 rows of 2x2 rib. Magic loop, obviously. Cuff down. These are my Chiaogoo red lace. 32-inch cord, US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter, 64 stitches. Yeah. I would have had more done on these, but I got sidetracked with my next whip. So I will have these done by next week. No problem. I have like, if I have 30 on here, I have 100 rows left. So I did 100 and, did I do 130? 30, 40. I think I did 130. I'll have to go back and count, but a total of 130 rows. 60 rows for the leg. Do the math for the foot. That's it. So I'm doing these for the Desert Vista Dyeworks monthly sock club. It's a big hashtag. It's hosted over on her Ravelry group where you do a pair of socks a month in her yarn. You could also do a Musselburgh sock head hat. You could do mitts. You could do 2 pairs of shorties. I'm tempted to do that, but I don't know if I'll have enough yarn. And we can't use contrasting heel, toes, and cuffs unless it's in her yarn, and I don't have I wonder if I could buy like a pack of like minis or something. I need to buy like a pack of like gray minis, because I feel like gray goes with everything, and put them in my stash. I need to do that, because then I would definitely have enough to do 2 shorties. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. All right, whip number 2. It's not living in this bag. This is just where the yarn is. So I went digging in my stash, and I just pulled out a whole bunch of self-striping yarns. There's Night Owl fibers in here. There's mustache yarn in here. There's nomadic yarns in here. There's probably some Kirby Werby. I don't know what this one is. Is it Valkyrie Fiber Arts? I think it's Valkyrie Fiber Arts. This was a Lord of the Rings inspired yarn. I don't remember what it was called. But, so I just dug out a whole bunch. I think this is all of my 75, 25 base self-striping scraps. Doesn't seem like a lot. But I have a bag that has just Christmas in it. Yeah, I have a self-striping of just Christmas yarns. I need to make some more scrappy Christmas socks. So, I am doing, yesterday, I'm looking at my show notes here. On Instagram, the person on Instagram is everything dot things dot shapes dot us. I will put her handle down below there. She does awesome scrappy socks. Oh my word. I love her feed. It's very inspiring. It's very colorful. It's happy. I just love it. Anyway, she is hosting a easy peasy scrappy sock kale. That's the hashtag. I will also put that down below if you want to look it up. It runs March 5th through April 30th. No whips. So I cast on a new pair of socks. And obviously all of the yarn will fit in here, but not the sock. So I'm just doing 2 bags. So this is Bags by Awesome Granny. So I decided I have lots of yarn. This will count for stash down because it's scraps. And here's my latest scrap. But, oh, look at this. I'm loving how this is turning out. I have a lot of, this is like really dark and moody, so I don't know. I'm just going to throw in, because I have some like whites and pastels. I think I'm just going to go crazy. So this is two yarns right now. This is Gauge Dyeworks. And this is Night Owl Fibers. And I think the one that I started is Nomadic Yarns. So I'm going to use this up until it's done. Usually I try to end right at a color change, or if I'm getting close where I'm not going to have enough to do a full row, I'll stop and cut it. Because I want it to be, I don't care if the stripes are, one's 4 rows and one's 8 rows and one's 2 rows. I don't care about that. I just don't want like one chunk of a different color, like from there to there type of thing. So this is what I have. I got 10 rows. I started this and then I'm like, I just want to keep on working on this. But I'm like, I got to work on my DVD socks. Did not weave my ends in. I will do that later. It'll be fun times. Fun times. I'm doing 64 stitches. 12 rows of 2x2 rib. Same thing with my other sock. Chiaogoo red lace needles. 1.5, which is a US 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter needle. Someday I'll get that right. I need to get that on the shirt so that I can just go like this and say, this is my very old, very ratty, very well-loved Eat, Sleep, Hamilton, Repeat shirt. Sweatshirt. I am like a hoodie sweatshirt girl. I love hoodies. I will live in them forever, and they have to be a little bit big because I like to be roomy and comfy and cozy. But once it gets warm out, you won't see me in this, and I'll have t-shirts back on. But sorry, I need a drink there. So yeah. So I'm just like, for this one, I just did 3 stripes, and I said, okay, I'm done. And I'm going to cut it. You have to, for this, they have to be like truly scrappy. You can't do like a solid color and then like heels, toes, and cuffs different. That doesn't count as scrappy. She said it has to be at least 6 colors to be scrappy. So if you have 6 larger balls of like 6 different colors, you could stripe them if you don't want to go like insane like I do, and you can like evenly stripe them out and do like a different color for heels, toes, and cuffs. They can be shorties, they can be long socks. You can knit as many pairs as you can in the time frame. You just have to use the right hashtag. So when you finish a sock, you have to use, I don't know exactly what it is. I think it's easy peasy scrappy sock cal _ finish, something like that. So only use that one with the finished sock. And the other hashtag, like I said before, you can post it whenever you want. I think there's going to be prizes. If not, I don't care. This is just, I love cals to motivate me to knit more. That's all I really care about. And I love scrappy socks. And I think these are going to be for my daughter. It kills me because I love scrappy socks, but she doesn't have any. And she's like, Mom, I need scrappy socks for Scrappy Sunday. And you know what? I probably got enough to make another pair for me out of this. Do you think? I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use this for 2 pairs of socks. So I can probably, maybe when I'm done, I'll just cast on another one. I'll just do a different orientation. Maybe I'll throw in 875 and 80/20. I'll go bananas. I don't know if I want to do that. That kind of, I don't like doing that. I won't do that. I just talk myself out of that. But I also have, I have a bunch of Row 1 mini sets that I can make scrappy socks out of. I could also do Christmas. If I want to go really crazy, I could do a pair of Christmas scrappy socks. I don't know. After this cal started, I was like, all I want to do is scrappy socks now. So I don't know. We'll see how long it lasts. Speaking of scrappy socks, I went through my Desert Vista Dye Works scraps. Pause. Oh, yay, it's right on top. This is all of my scrappy, or leftovers of Desert Vista Dye Works yarn. Some of them were gifted to me, but these are all scraps. So I think next month, with the Desert Vista Dye Works sock club cal thing, you are allowed 1 pair for the whole year of scrappy socks. Just 1. Which kind of stinks. It's okay. So I think for, if I'm still feeling the socky, if I'm still feeling the scrappy sockness, April's might be scrappy because this is getting out of control. I can't even close the bag anymore. So I think I might do that. Yeah. I got a bunch. I got at least 12 because I did it all last year. And then some were gifted to me. So I think this is on the agenda for next month. We'll see how I feel. Okay, that is all my sock whips. Are you ready for my sweater? I had a little bit of problem with my sweater. I'm going to keep going with it. At any point, I can rip it out and redo it. So I might do that. I'm on the fence. Or I might just get mad and cut it and rip it out. We'll see how much yarn I have left. Maybe that's what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll wait and I'll think about it and think about it. And if it really, really bothers me, because it's still kind of bothering me now that I look at it. I tried something new. It did not go well. So that's okay. I don't have the pattern printout. I didn't show the bag last week. Oops. This is my bag that Amie from Happy Little Yarn made me for Christmas. My little otter bag. So last week I'm like, oh, I can't do any more of my sweater. I'm waiting for my yarn. Tear. So it was supposed to come on the 8th. And it's the 6th. And it came on Tuesday. It was like a week early. And I'm like, yes. So I went to town. I'm trying to think of where. Are you ready? Look at this. I'm going to try not to hold it on myself. Can you see what I don't like? Can you see what I don't like? I don't like the neckline. Look at that. It looks really bad. But look at the color work. So yeah, I did the color work in like 2 days. I finished it. I don't think I had like this much done from like here to here last week. So I finished the color work in 2 days. And I did short rows. I did short rows on a sweater. Look at me. Never done short rows on a sweater. Because here's the front. That's just, I was using that for counting purposes. So there's the front. And here is the back. I did short rows. So that was the one yay moment for the sweater. The nay is this neckline. It doesn't look good. It's stretchy. It's very stretchy. Look at that stretch. You pick up and then knit. Pick up and knit, and then you do a tubular bind off. And I don't like tubular bind off. I'm pretty sure I did it right. I guess I feel like I've done Kitchener stitch so many times that it's kind of similar that I'm like, I got this. I don't have this. So I'm unsure what I'm going to do. I might cut this, rip it out, because I can do that. I don't know if I'll wait till I block it. I might not do a tubular bind off, because I knit it 2x2 rib. And apparently, from the research that I did, now I didn't research very long, the few videos that I watched, if you're going to do tubular bind off, it has to be in 1x1 rib. So I had to do another step to take my 2x2 rib down to 1x1 rib, and that really made it messy. I didn't like that. And then I did the tubular bind off, and it doesn't look good. So I don't know if I'm going to rip it out and just do a regular bind off, but I don't know if it's going to be stretchy enough. I'm stumped. I'm going to think about it. I'm just going to keep working on the sweater. This is Wool of the Andes worsted. This one is Jurassic, and the gray is silver. I tried it on. It fits. It's a little big and roomy, which is what I wanted. I did divide for the sleeves. I did not. I just divide for the sleeves and that's it. I did not even do one row. So yeah, I did my short rows on Friday. I divide the sleeves. I'm like, all right, I'm feeling good. Let's do the collar, and then womp womp. And I'm so mad because it took like 3 hours to do that. And it doesn't look good. So I don't know if I can like rip some of it out. Back to my 2x2 rib, pick up the stitches, and then maybe knit whatever. Maybe knit in one more row of 2x2 rib. And then do some other kind of bind off, because I did not like that. And I'm afraid to like try it again, because I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, I kind of got better towards the end. Because this is what it looks like towards the end. But at the beginning here, it just doesn't look good. It looks messy. So if you have any thoughts, what should I do? Should I take it out, do a different kind of bind off, leave it? Because when I wear it, you can't really tell because it does stretch. I'm conflicted. So I guess I'm gonna work on the body and then I'll think about it. But it's beautiful. Did I say this is the Chalette Days sweater? I don't know if I said that. It will be linked down below. For the contrasting color, I used a ball and a half. So I bought 3 just to be safe. So I was fine. But yes, I was so happy that that came in the mail on Tuesday and not this coming Tuesday. Because look at what I got done. My color work's kind of puckering, especially in this section, but blocking will. I'm hoping blocking will fix that. This part's not that bad, probably because there's a lot of 1x1. I didn't have to catch any floats in this pattern. There's my floats. Oh, is that good? Are my floats good? I can never tell if they're good floats or bad floats. Yeah, I hate catching floats. I just hate it. I had to do it with my Harry Potter scarf back in the day where I showed it. And I don't think I was doing it right because after I blocked it, I could see where I catched it poking through and it kind of bothered me. So if there's any colorwork sweaters that I don't have to catch floats, I might be making more. I don't know. We will see. I had this yarn in my stash. So I said, might as well use it. And we'll see how much I love the sweater. And I won't be able to wear it this year, obviously, because it's starting to get warm. Pretty much doing everything to pattern. I'm doing the size 4, which is the 44-inch bust. But I do love how that collar is like in the back. It's higher than the front because of the short rows. So I feel like this one's going to be more wearable because the tin can knit ones keeps rubbing on my neck and it bothers me. So I think that's why I don't wear it, because I keep pulling down on it. And I probably touched the microphone. I'm sorry. So here's my sweater. That's it. I just like looking at it. It's beautiful. And that is it. I'm using all the needles, they say, so the only thing I might do different is the collar. The bind off for the bottom and the sleeves, I'm just going to do a regular bind off. Because I've never had that, they haven't been tight on me for the sleeves and whatnot, at least in the Tin Can Knits one. So I might rip it out and just do a regular bind off, my usual bind off, and we'll see if I regret that, because I don't know if it's going to be stretchy enough. But I feel like I can get it over my head. I don't know. We'll see. All right, I need to rearrange myself because my feet are falling asleep. All right, that is all of the knitty stuff. It's all my whips. Now we're going to talk about my stress buying. Yay! Actually, first we're going to do row 1 minis, because these came yesterday. My row 1 minis. Let's see what dyer I got this week. Polka Dot Sheep. I mean, I know I could cancel again. I love row 1 minis. But can we knock it off with the 80-20 base? Can we get a little variety? I think this is 80-20. Let me look at the thing. Watch, she'll make a liar out of me, and it's 75-25. It comes with the paper with all the details of the dyer, and yep, 80/20 base. Let's see, where is this dyer from? I didn't read this away. I didn't read this before I started. Montana. From Montana. I mean, I love the colors. I mean, I would love some, brighter colors every once in a while. That's okay. I'm not going to complain too much. But I love 75/25 more. So I could do scrappy socks with these. I could. We will see. Right now I'm just collecting them right now. Collecting the yarn. It also came with a treat. Came with mints this time, and then a little sheepy, a little lamb stitch marker. So this is my subscription, so I can still get yarn in the mail, and hopefully it would curb me from buying stuff in the mail or buying other yarn, but it didn't work this time. It has been another rough week. So yes, I have 2 stress purchases. Sorry, not sorry. I think I told you last week that I bought some mustache yarn. Oh my word. It's beautiful. Both of these colors have been in our shop for a long time, and I've like, oh, I really want that. This one is Intergalactic Beastie Boys. I thought the picture looked like it was like blue stripes in between the colors, but it's black. Or like a really dark gray. I'm down with that. Love it. And this one, Around the Corner, which is Sesame Street. Inspired. My daughter, my oldest, saw both of these, and she's like, Mom, can I have those? And I'm like, this is Sesame Street. You don't want Sesame Street. That's not cool. And she's like, but oh, look, all the colors. She's really getting into like, are you making those for me? Are you making those for me? Whenever she sees me knitting socks. So, which is all right. I have enough socks. I don't. So that was one of my stress purchases. And here's my last one. And this came super fast. Friday, I was so mad about my sweater. I'm like, I need some happy yarny stuff. It's like I almost bought yarn again. Mustache Yarn did another update, and they had some colors, and I'm like, ooh. And I'm like, I shouldn't. I just bought 2 skeins. So instead, I bought I was bad, and I bought these on Amazon. But I bought these Friday evening. It was about 7 or 8 o'clock at night. Yesterday, about 2 o'clock, they were sitting on my porch. And I don't have Prime. So these are my Chiaogoo shorty sets. This is 4 through 8. There's 2-inch needles. Oh, look at the little baby 2-inch needles. And then there's 3-inch needles. So I bought these to do the sleeves on my sweater. Back when I did my Tin Can Knits sweater, I did the sleeves on DPNs, and I hated every minute of it. And the thought, and I was getting close to like, I'm really close to the sleeves on that sweater. So I decided to get these, and hopes to do like a 12-inch. So I could do them in the round. Now, I wasn't too fond of the 9-inch. But I think if I make it 12 inches, and maybe at some point I'm going to have to do 9s to do the cuffs. But I want to try it. Would I ever use these again after that? I don't know. Who knows? I might turn it into a sweater knitter. And when I do, I am ready for sleeves. Or if I suddenly want to become a, I don't know, what else do people use these for? These shorty ones. Is it just for sleeves on sweaters? Or baby hats maybe? But yep, bought them on Amazon. No. Oh, look. I did like a little ring around my eye. That's all right. I kind of did that on purpose so that my husband would see, oh, it's just an Amazon purchase and not see it from a yarn store. I was going to buy them from Cave the Crazy Sock Lady, but she was sold out of them. And then I was going to do Jimmy Bean's Wool, and I'm like, well, that's a yarn company. He's going to see that, and he's going to know. So just did a little sneaky. And that's all my acquisitions. Hopefully next week. Hopefully this week will be good. It's been rough. It's been rough. I'm not going to get too much into it because I just don't want to get into it. So let's do reading and watching. Then we'll do life stuff and see what I can come up with. So I'm still reading the Witcher series. It's so good. I love it. I finished the second book, which is The Time of Contempt. And then I started the third book, which is Baptism of Fire. I think I'm doing, these are audiobooks. I think I'm like maybe 20 minutes in. So I don't know if I'm going to have time to read. I didn't have a lot of time to read this week because I was really focused on that sweater. And I could not do color work and listen to a book at the same time. So I didn't really read a lot, and I didn't really watch any podcasts this week, some yarny podcasts. So now that I think I have just mindless knitting, we're going to up our knitting game this week. Okay, that's it for reading and watching. Or just reading. Watching. We're still watching Vikings. We're almost done. I think we have like 3 or 4 episodes. Now we're going to talk about Vikings here again. Still can't get the second disc, or the second season on Netflix. I had a couple people say, hey, try Peacock. We did that. You have to pay for it to watch it, which stinks. I mean, I would watch ads. If it's just one season, I will watch the ads. As long as it's not like every 5 minutes. That'd be annoying. But you can't watch it unless you pay for the service. Like I said before, my husband we have Netflix, we have Spotify, and that is it. He's on the verge of wanting to end Spotify, and I'm like, excuse me, sir, I use that every day. Do not take my music away from me. So, anyway, that's part of my stress. My husband is stressing me out. Anyway. So, another person mentioned going to the library, which was an excellent idea. So, when we finish the first season, I'm going to go to the library and see if they have it. Cross my fingers. I tried to look it up on their catalog. Their catalog is not good for DVDs whatsoever. So I think it's easier for me to go down there and look in the shelves. Because in the shelves, it's all alphabetical order. They have, movies on one side, TV shows on one side. It's a lot easier to look. So when we're almost done, I'm going to go down there and see. And if they have it, I'm going to get it. Because I think their rentals are like only a week. So I don't want to go right now and get it and see if they have it. Because if they do have it, I'm like, I got to watch this. But then, we're not done with the first season. So I'm just going to cool my jets. And cross your fingers for me that they have at least season 2. Just season 2. Netflix has all the other DVDs. Or cross your fingers for me that maybe they'll put Vikings on streaming. That would be awesome. We're still watching Stargate SG1, Season 8. I don't know where we're at in the season. I feel like we're getting close. Maybe we're in the middle, towards the end. I don't know. That is a rewatch for us. We've already seen that before. Teal'c is my favorite. Yeah, Teal'c's my favorite. And I'm still watching Walking Dead. Today is Sunday, so that means tomorrow is Walking Dead Day. Yes. I'm unsure of where they're going with this, but I'm going to watch it. I'm going to finish it. I am a true Walking Dead fan. I have watched every single episode. Some of them I've watched more than once because I've missed stuff. And I'm curious to see where this is going. So, no spoilers. I don't want any spoilers if you guys have already watched it. Because I have to wait. I bought the season on Apple TV. So I have to wait the day after it airs to watch it. But that's okay. That's better than having to wait the whole season till it ends and then watch it. Because this season, and they are like stretching it out as much as they possibly can. Like, I think the last season is going to be stretched over like 2 or 3 years, it feels like. Maybe just 2 years. I don't know. That's it. I guess Corona botched that. It probably would have been fine the other way if that didn't happen. That's okay. All right, life stuff. Oh, we're at 46 minutes. Oh, my word. Okay. I've been yabbering. I've been talking too much. Life stuff, real fast. Weather. All the snow has melted. Yay. Still a chance of snow later this week. So that's not good. I think 1 inch tomorrow. Maybe 1 to 3 inches on Friday. Temperatures in the middle of the week. Mid-40s. High 40s. So it's not going to last. Hopefully it's not enough to shovel. My youngest daughter, Nally, got sick. We're not going to talk about testing and whatnot because I don't want to get into it. I had my views, my husband had his views, and sometimes I don't know why he asks my opinion when he's just going to do whatever he wants. We don't talk about things. So that was part of my stress. And then on Wednesday, my husband got sick. So I'm like, oh, great. What is this? Is this cold? Is this corona? Nobody feels like they should get tested. So, yeah, that's fine. It's all fine and dandy. I wasn't going to talk about this, but here I am talking about it. I am not sick. And Chloe is not sick. Yet. I don't know. I feel like we would have got it by now if it was COVID. So maybe it is just a cold. I don't know. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with my life. With my life stuff. I talked way too much this time. I am sorry. If you are still with me, high five to you. Knitting goals this week. Finished my DVD socks. Not finish the body of that sweater, but keep working on the body of the sweater. I am now at the point where it's just knit, 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 knit. So I can start working on that in the evenings if I wanted. Work on my socks during the day. Try not to cast anything on. 2 socks on the needles is pretty good. Anything above that, I'm like, this is too much. Yeah, so I guess that's it. This is a long episode. This is going to take forever to upload. Hopefully it will be done when I wake up in the morning. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, put them right down there. I do love reading them and interacting with you guys and gals. And send the good less stressful juju my way, because it's been a rough 2 weeks around here, and I would like some boring, chill days where I can knit in peace and not knit the stress away. Hopefully I will not get sick. Nobody else will get sick. We'll all get better and we can all move on with our lives. And hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.